So I just watched the new Demon Slayer movie and it's fine. But it has a lot of problems that I do want to talk about. But first, spoiler warning for those who haven't seen the movie or the anime, which if you haven't, then why are you here? If you need a quick summary about Demon Slayer, then fine, I'll make it quick. Demon Slayer is an anime about a strong noise boy Tanjirou becoming a Demon Slayer after his entire woodblock of family gets brutally killed and his sister turning into deviant art's next victim. They just won't stop. By Michael Jackson himself. Along the way, our soft boy Tanjirou meets up the two big boys, a shirtless boarhead himbo named Inosuke with anger issues, and then Zenitsu, a bitch-ass puss. Together, they would go on a long journey of fighting demons, meeting the Hashiras, and finally going on to the Michael Jackson's concert. I highly recommend you actually watch the anime, assuming you like extremely well-animated fight scenes. Holy shit, bro, the animation's so good. I'm about to bust! And a ton of flashbacks and so many crying. Oh my god, shut up! In any case, let's talk about this movie that was written by Honru Satozaki. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. But before we talk about my problems with this film, let's first bring up some good things about it that I liked and, you know, just hope to god that it's enough to not get me slaughtered by a bunch of weebs. First obvious good thing I'm gonna bring up is of course the animation. Like, my god, does it look outstanding. It's like every season or movie, Demon Slayer's animation keeps going from good to fucking soul-taking. Let's be honest, the animation is the only reason why people watch the anime. Don't get me wrong, Demon Slayer isn't a bad anime, despite what others might say. I'm just saying in terms of everything, the animation is really carrying hard for this show. There are also so many beautiful shots in this movie, like Shinobu's fight with Doma, Zenitsu's fight with his brother, and Akaza's fight with Tanjirou and the depressed Hashira, aka my goat, Giyu. Another good thing about this movie is the vocal performance. As always, Demon Slayer's voice actors know how to act their hearts out. The scene with Zenitsu and his grandpa almost made me shed a tear. Just almost. The action was also really good. I feel like Demon Slayer just know how to properly animate an action scene. And in terms of praising, that's all I could say. Now let's talk about the thing that's going to get me hanged by a bunch of weeaboo virgins. This movie's pacing is a bit messy, and dare I say, it ruins the film for me. It's like this movie is going by 2x speed, rushing through every plot point or important scene just for the sake of it. For example, Shinobu's fight with Doma. Don't get me wrong, it's still an amazing scene, but the issue is, it happens a little too early in the film, and it just felt a little too short. I mean, everyone was hyped to see this fight animated, me included, and it was epic, don't get me wrong, but I feel like it happened a little too early in the film. Shinobu's fight happens at the first 30 minutes of the film.
Hi, this is Editing Gax here, and I've realized I made a mistake. When reviewing back at the movie, I just realized it actually happens in 30 minutes, not 30 minutes like I thought. And it lasts about approximately around 18 minutes. I don't remember this because I remember it lasting a bit shorter than that and happening way too into the movie. I don't know how I mixed that up. Sorry. Fuck.
And it felt like it didn't have much of an impact. It just happens, and then we cut to Zenitsu's fight. I feel like if they just had Shinobu's fight happen either at the middle or by the end, then maybe it would have had a better impact. You know, like with Rengoku's fight with Akaza in the first movie. They could have moved Zenitsu's fight to be before Shinobu's, because let's be honest, Zenitsu's fight was just a bit overwhelming. Another issue I have with this film is with Zenitsu's fight. Again, again, don't get me wrong, the animation once again is amazing and the voice acting is outstanding. However though, the new Upper Moon guy just felt underwhelming and dare I say poorly built up. He was introduced in season 1 and was brought back again in season 4 and that's it. We see him again as the new Upper Moon 6. Him and Zenitsu fight. Zenitsu pulls out the "nah, I win" move and boom, Upper 6 is dead. He barely left an impact and just felt like he was made for the sole purpose of making Zenitsu have aura. I mean, it's a relief that Zenitsu stopped crying for the 10th billion time like a damn pussy. But again, this fight just felt underwhelming and just finishes as quickly as it began. Also, question. If Zenitsu can only do one form, then how the hell did he perform the 7th form? In fact, why can't he only do the first form? Was that ever explained? I feel like it should have been. If you're going to give me 10,000 flashbacks of Expedition about why generic demon man 1559 became a demon, then maybe you should have given us more flashbacks in season 4 about this dude's relationship with Zenitsu or why Zenitsu can only do the first form. Speaking of flashbacks...
Huh? Oh, you still have more strength. Okay, I'll just double the force. In training, I was always the last on every competition. No one believed in me because I was the weakest.
Dear God, this movie has too many flashbacks that are either pointless or just ruin the flow of the film. Like for example, Doma's backstory was pointless. I feel like it should have been at the second film. That would have made more sense. But here, it just felt really forced in. And that was already a problem people had with season 3, where the flashbacks just interrupted the flow of the fight scenes and just felt unnecessary to include. Especially here, it wouldn't make sense to have this backstory of Doma in the first film. In the second film, it would have made more sense. They could have just fixed this by not having this flashback in this movie and have it happen at the second film where the degenerate fanboy dies. With that being said, let's just move on to our closing thoughts. I think I'm done ripping this movie a new asshole. So in conclusion, the new Demon Slayer movie was a decent film, but it suffers from pacing issues, an underwhelming character, and repetitive flashbacks that ruined the flow of the fight scenes, and honestly just felt really insufferable to watch. But with that being said, this was my review of the new Demon Slayer Infinity Castle movie, and it was a pleasant watch despite its flaws. I would give this movie a solid 6 out of 10. Let me know what you guys liked about this film, what you agree or disagreed with me on the comments down below, and yeah, I hope I see you all next time.